We have seen their kind before. They are the heirs of all the murderous ideologies of the 20th century. By sacrificing human life to serve their radical visions, by abandoning every value except the will to power, they follow in the path of fascism, Nazism, and totalitarianism. And they will follow that path all the way to where it ends, in history's unmarked grave of discarded lies.
Across Texas, every major newspaper endorses Barack Obama, praising his unifying vision, consistent judgment, and wise foreign policy. Obama is about solutions, not divisions. On health care, he proposes a system that's affordable for everyone. Obama's smart and experienced, the best qualified by skill and temperament.
You're seeing now Mitt Romney in Massachusetts expected now to endorse John McCain, his former rival. Let's listen.
Things can get pretty rough in a political campaign. And in the thick of the fight, it's easy to lose sight of your opponent's finer qualities. But the truth of the matter is that in the case of Senator McCain, I could never quite do that. Even when the contest was close and our disagreements were debated, the caliber of the man was apparent. And this is a man capable of leading our country at a dangerous hour. Senator McCain understands the war we're in, the necessity of victory, and the consequences of surrender. For him, national security is not just another agenda item. It is the abiding concern and responsibility of the nation. This is a man who tied his political fortunes to the fortunes of our country at a time of war. Such courage is not always rewarded in politics, but it was this time, and that's a credit both to the man and to the party he will lead in the election of 2008.
I may be an underdog in this campaign, running against two candidates with $200 million between them. But the real underdogs are the middle class and the voiceless in this country, losing ground while CEOs pocket million-dollar bonuses and corporate lobbyists get their way in Washington. ExxonMobil rakes in record profits, gets government handouts, and gas prices go through the roof. At the same time, 200,000 veterans, men and women who wore America's uniform, will sleep tonight under bridges and on graves. We cannot simply replace a bunch of corporate Republicans with a bunch of corporate Democrats. I've never taken a dime from Washington lobbyists or PACs. I know who the underdogs are in this fight. I know that the fight to save the middle class will be an epic battle, and I will never give up. We're going to take the fight to save the middle class all the way to the convention and the White House. We're going to look our children in the eye and tell them, we left you a better life than we had.
Our National Security Department, he says there is no evidence. It's no different than it was in 2003. You know what I really fear about what's happening here? It's another Iraq coming. There's war propaganda going on. And we're arguing, to me, the greatest danger is that we will have a president that will overreact, that we will soon bomb Iran.
You need an independent flow of information that you can trust, that has some accuracy, something other than simply government information. You need a historical and political context into which to put that information, because random facts mean nothing to most people without some framework. And finally, you need the widest range of opinion that's circulating in the culture so that people have, in a sense, something to rub up against, somewhere to test their own ideas. And on all three of those things, I think the American media has failed, and I think failed miserably this time around.
Every nation in every region now has a decision to make. Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists.
This is a man whose time has come, a strong leader with a proven record. In 1966, answering the call of his party, Ronald Reagan was elected governor of California. Next to president, the biggest job in the nation. What the new governor inherited was a state of crisis. California was faced with a $194 million deficit and was spending $1 million a day more than it was taking in. The state was on the brink of bankruptcy. Governor Reagan became the greatest tax reformer in the state's history. When Governor Reagan left office, the $194 million deficit had been transformed into a $550 million surplus. The San Francisco Chronicle said, Governor Reagan has saved the state from bankruptcy. The time is now for strong leadership. Reagan for president.